another person that sort of falls under the strategies for doing good. But it's the extreme opposite of Mozi. And this is a person called Yang Zhu. And Yang Zhu makes the argument that I should do good for myself alone. His most famous proposition is, if I could save the world by pulling a hair out of my head, I would not do it. That people, everyone, universally, this is his proposition, should only act in their own self-interest. And if everyone acts in their own self-interest, we'll have a better world. In some ways, what Yang Zhu is doing is saying, look, forget the difference between the ruler and me, forget the notion of governmental hierarchies. Everybody is for him or herself. And they should be going out there making deals with each other to solve their own problems, to get what they want. And so my question for you here again is, does Yang Zhu work? What would your critique or agreement with Yang Zhu be? This notion that Yang Zhu had, that I should not try to benefit others, but just to benefit myself, is not, in his view, anarchy. In his view, of course, it's a world where people will learn to cooperate. I was giving this lecture a number of years ago, and there's a professor from the economics department at Harvard attending the lectures, and she looked up and said, as I got to this, "He's an economist," which may be a true proposition. But it's also true that Yang Zhu's sense of what is of benefit to me has a particular definition. He does not think that gaining more wealth and power is a benefit to me. His concern of what's good for me, for myself, is very much caught up with the physical, emotional life of an individual. My being as a person. What is good for my health? What will make me feel better? How do we help each other to feel better? It's not a world where people are striving and competing for wealth and power. There's a third group that also has a strategy for doing good, but this is a group. These are utopians. They're agrarian, they're farming communities led with a leader, but very minimal hierarchy, that go around to feudal lords in the various states and say, give us land and we will set up an ideal community. Everyone will work, everyone will be the same, everyone will be equal. And we will be a model for society.